Alright, we should be good. We should be good. Alright, we should be good. We should be good. Perfect, perfect. New watch today. What'd you cop? What'd you cop? High code. What am I doing? What's up, Mark? Oh my gosh. The OGs are here today, huh? Let's see if we can find something new today. What's popping right now on the markets? You got a new watch today too, Mark? What'd y'all get? Put me on, put me on. Not too much today. I think it was a little bit slower. We can take a look at the scam token. I opened a bigger pool on Clavicular, Fraymog, and Goyim. I got back in because Goyim just seems so strong right now, to be honest. In terms of like meme quality, it is very, very good right now, so. Seiko SPB, we're gonna look it up for you. Oh, that's sick. Reminds me of kind of like a Daytona. Damn. Wait, these aren't them. I don't think. SPB. Oh yeah, it is. Whoa, who's in the Pump Fund chat? That's crazy. Do you know how long it has been since I got a Pump Fund viewer? This is nice. I like it. I like the green face. I've always liked green faces. NEH5JU, what is up? What do you think of 6-7 coin, Omega Speedmaster, Dark Side of the Moon? We'll look at that real quick before we get into tokens. Dark Side of the Moon. Is it this one? That one's sick. That one's sick as well. That's nice. It kind of reminds me of like a Navy SEAL kind of vibe, you know what I mean? What do I think of 6-7 coin? I guess we'll start getting into tokens. So, yeah, this song is annoying as hell. Goodness gracious. Oh, this is a banger. Anyway, 6-7. I'm actually pooling 6-7 as we speak. I've been in the range for a long time, and this is a token that really doesn't generate very good fees, to be honest. So in terms of like risk reward fee generation, 6-7 isn't that great, but I think it will eventually have a run. Obviously Solana has been getting punished. It looked like it might actually make some new all-time highs back here, but that's why we use DLMMs, because we can LP it on the downturn of the token. So bro, doesn't doing liquidity pools on Meteor cause tax implications or no? Don't worry about it, bro. Like, basically, when it comes to that sort of tax information, unless you're pulling in like multiple 6 figs, they're probably not gonna bust your balls too much on Meteor transactions, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't really worry about it. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Fraymog, I'm no longer in range. This is a funny token to me, though. Yeah, we're actually holding and hoping that one, and then Clavicular is a pool that I have a bunch of shit set up in. Just because I think this token actually runs pretty hard in the future. Just because Clavicular is like he's the definition of a meme. Like, people say he like has like hot takes, and just like the whole looks maxing thing is so funny to me. And like any clip I see, not that I actually watch him, but any clip that I see just makes me laugh. That's on Solana. Solana is the token that I participate every day on. And I think it's the future, personally. Like every new protocol really is being built on Solana. And even though we're in kind of a down period of the market where every crypto is kind of getting cooked and Solana is like super low, I think it's kind of unfair that Solana is at whatever it's at right now, $82. It seems undervalued to me. And I'm not going to be selling out any Solana unless it's to cover some bills. But I'm not going to be selling like most of my Solana bag. Even if it goes down to 50, I'm just going to keep trading on Meteor. Going to keep trying to acquire more and more Solana, and that's kind of where I'm at and how I feel about it. I'm permable, and you can definitely make money. Like trading, or some people make money trading the shorter moves, but like when it comes to majors, just in my experience, I've learned that it's better to acquire more and just hold through. Do you think Solana breaks above? Just left Dave Blunt's stream. What's up, Tree of Life? It's been a while. I actually don't know who Dave Blunt is. Clav loves fame. He will do something dumb again. I know, right? Like, he's so hungry. He's so hungry for that attention. What you do for a living? I trade meme coins and make meme coin content. No, Solana, the new coin. I was about to say, I didn't know if you meant to misspell it. Oh, this one. I don't know. It seems a little bit sketchy to me. 6 million in volume. I just have trouble believing that this is real, you know what I mean? Let's see what it looks like on Axiom. I was about to say, it didn't really look... He's saying it's a rug. I didn't really like the way the price action and volume looked. A lot of people are trading it, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to pull it. Doesn't really fall into the... doesn't fall into my playbook, personally. What do I do during the day? That's a good question. I make content. I clip my own videos. I talk to my group chat, and then I trade, and that's basically it. And I try to do other stuff on the side. Like, I'm trying to make a course right now. I'm actually making a presentation for how to use Meteora. Crypto Rap, I don't know if you guys know him, is hosting me on his Discord. And it's the first time that I'm like going to be giving like a solid presentation for people that don't know really anything about Meteor. Like, I've done educational streams where I cater to people who already use Meteor, but this is going to be the first one where it's kind of like an intro. So, what is Haikud saying? Do I think Solana breaks above $300? Yes. I don't have a time frame on it. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I do think it goes above 300 again. I'm probably not gonna... I plan not to sell any above 500. I know that's like super ambitious, but that's just the way I'm playing it. Dupe, like the token? Alright, bet if it's not being pulled, I'm gonna jeep my moon bag. Yeah. How should I start trading? I really find this interesting. Join Discords and watch people trade. Yes, but I will say be careful of who you watch, just because a lot of people out there are, especially on TikTok, are going to try to get you to pay for like a private group, pay for insider information. None of that stuff is really real, and if they're making you pay for it, then they're just going to take your money, not give you too much value, and try to give you like tokens, just like tickers for you to follow. I've always been under the impression that copy trading is the worst thing for you. So, for example, my community, we all talk about our thoughts on the markets, what we're playing, not so that you guys can follow us and do exactly as we do, but so you see the way we think about things, etc. You know what I mean? So, imagine not growing up rich, lol. I can't relate. I can't relate. Just a middle class kid. Bitcoin's the only roller coaster you willingly get back on. I don't really know what you mean by that. Most people suck at trading. Agreed. That's why I think that my challenge that I'm doing each and every day, I started with this wallet 1.5 Sol on August 2024, and I've grown it to 183. Basically only using Meteor to trade. Probably 97% of the trades I've been in have been Meteor liquidity pools. So yeah, you can trust me because I actually do have a verified track record. The market is cooking today? You think so? I didn't really see too much, to be honest. Oh, what's up, Strike? Is Will going to be on stream anytime soon? Maybe. I tried to ask him to come on a few days ago, like a week ago, and he just read it and didn't reply, and then we kept talking. But I've been trying to get him on. I just do meme coins full time. Should I use AI to help me learn? Should I use AI to help me learn, or is that bad? You know what? Honestly, very, very good question. AI is very, very useful for learning, especially when it comes to Meteora. So if you use AI to learn about Meteora, it's going to give you good information. But I tested the limits, and it was telling me like what strategies to use, and that's where ChatGPT has its limitations because it doesn't really know about like pooling meme coins. But for example, I was thinking about today, like if you are in the Telegram, I'll drop it in the chat. If you are in the Telegram and you see us talking about stuff, a good thing to do is to go ahead, if someone's talking about stuff in terms of Meteor pools or something, just copy and paste all of the messages, put it into ChatGPT and say explain this, and that is super, super helpful. Super, super helpful. That's like honestly the biggest life hack I can give you guys if you are trying to learn stuff. Meme coins are already nothing like a late ass crime stream. I thought about you and I was launching it up late. I had technical difficulties as always too, so but yeah, not too much today. I was kind of hesitant to get on just because there wasn't too much to talk about. Maybe Giraffe I probably should have been pooling. I didn't really like the volume on this token. It seemed really farmy to me. Like as you can see, it kind of looks like it's slow rugging. Maybe it gets another spike, but hey, what up, Div? What you been doing today? He'll do a live with you, broski, the stream. I know, it would be fire. Meme coins are already on other chains. They always have been on other chains. I just prefer I prefer to trade meme coins on Solana, just because they usually have the most volume. I'm the most comfortable with them, and because Meteora does not exist on other chains. And I know there are other liquidity provision softwares on Ethereum and whatnot, but they're not as customizable as Meteora. And my strategy kind of doesn't work on other chains, so that's why I mostly 99% of the time trade on Solana. 99.9. Where's the shirt from? It's actually from my dad's old company that I work for. It's like a lawn care company actually. Thank you, man. You're deadass the nicest person, of course. Playing Minecraft. Did hella homework today too. Nice. Thank you, Victor. That's very nice of you to say that. Discord might be getting Face ID verification next month. I don't even believe that. I did see that strike, but have you heard of Nexus? Maybe vaguely, but not really. If you want to fill me in, I'm probably not gonna look it up. No, I did not see that, Joe. Give me the ticker. Peace and quiet. Okay. Honestly, price action doesn't look awful, but we'll see if there's a pool for it. There's a pool. Who created this though? 80 bin step 2%, 400 1%. Kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Weird setup too. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't know about it though. Oh, what's up, Joe? I was so bored today. I actually wasn't entirely bored, but I Just really was looking at Goyim, Framog, and Clavicular. They're the only things I was looking at. I didn't really see too many new pairs. Giraffes is still doing alright. Also, Joe, a bunch of my friends were pulling Elephant, and I ended up pulling it. And I was doing decent on it, but now I'm out of range, and I'm just praying for a pump. But I think I'm going to get one. And my range starts like right here, so I'm gambling on it. I think I'll get another bounce to get out tomorrow. ASU frame mock. How funny was that? Get me, Joe. I need one. Didn't Clavicular said he was not involved with the coin and then rugged? I didn't hear about that. I did see that somewhere he said he wasn't affiliated, but I don't really think it matters too much. If we can get like a run in the next like week or so, I'll be happy. Useful. I know. It's alright. I was chilling on it for the longest time. I literally had like 90% down, and then I went lower than 90. Name's Crime Strikio. Useful. I saw some of my friends on that today, actually. Hasn't it been done before, though? I guess Useless was the main one. But I swear Useful had been done before.
Next up, I got some.
Is it Bonk? Yeah, it is. Oh, damn. I kind of do like this. Yo, I kind of like it, Joe. I know there's a pool on this, too. No can do strike. There's like no one in this pool. I'd be willing to bet my friend is the only one in this pool. I'm actually gonna check it. I guarantee. I actually don't see him in here. Huh. Maybe not. Someone's entering the pool that has a wallet name starting with fuck. That's actually kind of cool. Anyone know how you get custom custom wallet addresses like that? Oh, I see him. He is in there. That's funny. Alright, we'll get in. Why not? I'm going massive range, though. I don't give a fuck. Actually, I'm going to go 8 on a 92% range. Just because there's literally nothing else to pull right now. 93%. Yeah, let's do it. I stopped trading for now and working out trading strategies on Meme Trading Sim. That's not a bad idea. If you're struggling, I'm telling you, you should definitely learn how to use Meteora, just because you can just take things like a lot slower, to be honest. Actually, I'm gonna go 2 spot. It's a little bit more risky, but we'll see how it works. I'm trusting Joe. Bonk might push it. Interesting. How much volume did it do today? Oh, that's not even the right one. Div, do you play creative or survival? I've been meaning to do a Minecraft run again, but it just takes so much time. 800k volume. How old is it? 1 day, 9 hours. Yes, trading sim. Nice, that's actually cool. I'm probably not going to be using it just because, you know. Div, are you here? Do you condone a blinker? Ooh, Joe's onto something. You'd watch a Minecraft stream, says Haikun. Low-key, I'm a good builder. I've always really liked like architecture, so I've turned up on some Minecraft worlds, I'm not gonna lie. I'm dialed, these villagers making me mad. Honestly, bruh, it'd be cool if we did a crime Minecraft world. Would that not be sick? That'd be sick. I'll send you 0.2 soul buy realm, let us join. Damn, I'm down, I'm down. Table tennis, are you listening to Joe? He's low-key putting you onto some game right now. Alright, hi code. I'm putting it in the Discord right now. What is Max saying? Holy fuck, it's so low. Guys, should we do a group Minecraft server? High code said he'll pay for it. Is a realm just like a automated server? I assume that's what it is. Show some coins to buy. There's not really too much looking good today, I'm not gonna lie. We can real quick look at some of these top coins, but Goyim is the one that I'd say. War is a TikTok marketed token. They're marketing that on TikTok, I know. It's just getting longer and longer into the life of the token. It's just going straight up like they are gonna cook this thing one day. So I don't know. Maybe it's worth it to be pooling. This is something that Will would probably like. So. Financial advice. Oh yeah, that looks like a great. Yeah, there's nothing that's looking appealing. Joe's probably like, bro, is actually opening new pairs on deck screener homepage, but Copper Inu is still alive. Are we serious, bro? USRX is like another one of those scam tokens. We can look at that. Did the original pigeon get vamped or something? Big trout, shark. I actually want to look at those. Those are older tokens. Pippin. Actually, we're getting some not bad tokens to look at. I'm curious about some of these. Oh yeah. Y'all like that token, huh? Jesus, what happened with this one? The Life of a Chud. This is like the 500th Chud token to be released, bro. That's the only reason I wouldn't play it. So garbage. Alright, well, Copper Inu actually would have been a decent play to be in. I can't lie. I don't know how old the feed generation would have actually been, but Percolator, interesting as well. That thing actually ended up rugging. Shark got pretty rugged. Penguin is back down pretty low. Had somewhat of a bounce the past few days. Did like a 3x, 2x. Love this. Dude, what's up with Pippin? What is up with this token, fellas? Why? Why? Does anyone actually know what this is? Yeah, that's kind of it. Okay, I'm gonna get off. Hopefully it pumps overnight. If not, I'm gonna probably jump off my balcony. Don't do that. Let me know if you want to hop on tomorrow, Joe. I was just vibing around today, looking at random stuff. Alright, I did what I wanted for the moment. We smacking the WEED or what? Yeah. Was there good powder where you went? Oh, so where I went to in New York, they had like a foot of snow, and the runs were like so nice. It was probably the best conditions I've ever actually been in. But the group I was with, a lot of them were like newer skiers. So the second day, it was like 0 degrees, and everyone was like, "Oh, I don't want to go out." And I was like, "Well, I want to go out, but I didn't want to be that guy that just like leaves the whole day." So I didn't go the second day. But yeah, the first day was like super prime conditions. No ice at all. Wasn't like powder, I would say, but also my board wasn't waxed for it to do well in powder, so I was happy with what we had. What's up, Vinny? Percolator's Tolly's coin. He admitted it. He is the dev of Solana. Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, Percolator obviously had that huge spike, but is it actually his token? Because I feel like it would have stronger. Short squeeze. Short squeeze on Pippin. What do you think of Canic Claude? Read my message. What'd you say, Strike? Is it gonna be on Bedrock or Java? What's the one on the PC? I don't know. We can do a vote. Oh wait, some people. 0.2 Sol in this economy, or Valheim. I've actually never played Valheim. My friends played it though. Yo, what's up, Sammy? How we doing? All right, yeah, Div, I got you. I got you know what from a shop up there. Insider bot holy. Oh boy. Perfect song. This one? Oh, bro, I do not like the look of this one, though. I don't know about that one. Win CS2. We should do a gaming night. That would actually be fun. I'm so garbage. Noah said win CS2. What rank are you? Alright. I'll see you, Joe. I don't even think I'm in Discord yet. Wait. Div said Bedrock would low-key be the move. Not everyone's PC can run good shaders, and not everyone has a PC compared to consoles. Yeah, I'm down for Bedrock. Whatever the squad decides, I'm down for. PC players can play Bedrock, but console players can't play Java. Right, that's right. All right, let's do Bedrock then. Everyone likes CS. All right, we'll do. Honestly, I'd be down to play like tonight, but not asking questions. But he bought, and you know what happened last time. I know, Sammy. I hear ya. The price is crazy in New York, though. Yeah, here I don't really want to get in trouble for showing this, but this one is but whenever I read this fucking shit, I always feel like such like a idiot. It's Extracted via ice water and rosin pressed. It's what is it? Live rosin. It's live rosin. Div, how are you not in the Discord? Get in right now. What the fuck? I have you on Discord. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Sorry guys, not very much trading today, but there's not really too much to do, so. I've been playing some Arc Raiders a good bit, to be honest. Div, I just sent you the invite. No, it's rosin. There's a different Strikio. Tonight, I'm buns at Minecraft. Vinny, how are you bad at Minecraft? Oh my gosh. Alright, what is this? What is this? What are we looking at? Let's see if there's a pool on it, first and foremost. Why is this CA so odd, though? Oh, useful is coming in range. Good for me. Hopefully Joe doesn't get wrecked on that one. No pool on it, so that's an easy pass for now. Percolator. I do want to see how much TVL is in the percolator pool. I'd assume I was gonna say 30k. Shit, you know, I was gonna say 30k. I don't know. It doesn't seem that great. It's in USD 1. I know. It's a Trump narrative. Shouldn't it be Bonk though? Why you got Ice Vest on? Chill, it's not Ice Vest. It's unique. What you think of Big? I have not seen it. Trump Cabal gonna buy Coley. Sammy is freaking convinced. No, I know, but I'm saying I would have expected it to have a bonk ending on the CA. You know what I mean? Are you holding any coins at the moment? I'm pooling stuff, so technically I am holding some tokens, but not in the traditional sense. The tokens I'm holding are in liquidity pools, but I am holding Clav kind of for the long term. So to answer your question, yes, I am technically holding some tokens. Damn, Pigeon is running, man. I think we might be shorting Pippin soon, no? How is this still running? Can someone please explain? Like, yes, Joe said that this is a short squeeze. I believe that. But, I mean, what is keeping this thing up? I don't get it. No begging in the casino. Yeah, unfortunately. Bro, you're asking in the wrong economy for donations. Just $50, bro. $50 is almost a whole Solana now. How much your soul now? I'm currently at 183. How often do you go live? I try to go live at least 5 times a week, but it really depends. It depends. I go live at like 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time nearly every day, but I'm gonna try to do some daytime streams. It's just hard because like during the day I'm just like I like being in my zone, looking at charts, doing other work, whether it's like clipping or writing courses or whatever, you know what I mean? I act like I'm so busy, but I kind of am, but I'm kind of also not. I also play a good amount of video games. We need to update the soul. The soul's, I think it's right on the screen. It should say 183. You're gonna head out. New semester got me back in school. Damn, I did not think you were young, High Code. I thought you were probably older than me for some reason. Good luck though. Good luck though, High Code. We'll run the Minecraft server soon. What does he say? If there is liquidity, it will be drained. Robots see opportunities and will slowly drain. What do you mean by that? Valentine lists. I usually don't like any holiday tokens or any token associated with a specific date. just because of what they do. But if you're good at trading those things and getting out before, you know, the actual day comes, props. But I just normally don't touch that sort of stuff. Yeah, facts. What's different buying meme coins and pooling? Okay, we can get into kind of a lesson real quick. So when you trade meme coins traditionally, you are buying it usually using a market order, right? When you use a market order on Axiom, for example, you get into the coin at the current price. So current price is right here. Let's say you bought 1 SOL. Now this dotted line is basically showing your average. So in this scenario, you never want it to go down, right? You only want it to go up. If it goes down at all, you are already at a disadvantage. You are already losing money. On Meteora, however, instead of being perfect with your entry, because when you buy a spot, you have to be perfect. You have to be perfect in the sense that it needs to go up initially. Now, Meteora allows you to instead take your 1 Solana, instead of having just one big block right here and getting in right here, instead breaks it up your Solana for you between a bunch of different limit sell orders. Basically, we call them bins on Meteora, but you can think about them as limit buy orders all the way down. And on Meteora, it allows you to determine how tight of a range you want to go. So for example, you could get really fancy and be like, okay, recent support is technically here. I'm going to set up my liquidity in this range. This is not what I normally teach, because this is roughly 50% down of current price. 50% on a meme coin, as we all know, is very, very small compared to the grand scheme of how low it can go. So what I usually teach, especially people who are just starting this strategy, is to go down 90, 87%. 87% is really the minimum I think you should do when you're starting, unless you're just some professional meme coin trader who can nail predicted ranges. But when you go wider, it gives you way more cushion. The issue with going wider, obviously, is that if it just hangs around here, you're not going to get as many fees. If you went super tight, for example, if you went super tight range right here and it hung around here, yes, you would generate more fees than if your whole Solana was spread out even lower, because obviously when you spread it out more, there's going to be less amounts of Solana up here. But it doesn't matter, because I'm happy with just taking small profits, and then when something actually works out, it is able to benefit and I'm able to grow the account. So when you go low on Meteora, what we are looking for is, like I just kind of drew out, you want to see it drop into your range a decent bit. So I actually drew out, this is minus 87% down, which I guess the market cap would be almost 180k. Is around the bottom, probably like 200k, 230k is the bottom of the range at this point. So you want it to come down, right? You don't want it to obviously get all the way down to the bottom of your range. You want to have some cushion at all times, because you start sweating once it gets to the bottom, because this is where I usually advise for you to cut the loss and move on. So that's why I advise going wide, because if it comes down to here, has some good movement, whatever comes out, this is the ideal scenario. You can make a lot of money. You can make over 100% on returns when you are doing this method. But the other good thing about Meteora is that you don't need the token to go all the way back up out of your range. In fact, you can actually still make money if it has decent movement in your pool. And if it comes down to here, if it gets one bounce, you can usually get out for profit at this point. So you can see how advantageous that is, because you open your range up here and you can actually get out for profit even lower in your range. Now, you're not going to make as much, obviously, as if the coin ranges in your range forever and then eventually goes out. Now you have fees of the token that you can hold for higher, etc. So another thing that I'll end this lesson on is that basically when it's going into your range, it's swapping the Solana into the token. When it does that, when the token goes down in price into your range and your buy limit orders get filled, you're getting fees in the token. So when it goes down, you get fees in the token. When it goes up in your range, you get fees in Solana. When it goes down in your range, you get fees in the token. When it goes up, you get fees in Solana. So you can see how you want it to move around in your range. You want to have good volume and you want to have good price movements. And that is how you can actually profit while the token is going sideways, which you cannot do when you are just buying it, basically on Axiom. Alright, I'm time stamping that. We got one clip for today. I literally clip the same damn thing like every time. I need to start actually making other sort of content, but yes, that is a quick explanation for you. Hello everyone. Sorry, give me a second to look at the messages. I lost my last $80. I'm sorry. Was that a good explanation, everyone? Hello, brother. Do you have a Telegram group? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Feel free to join. I'll send it in 1 second. If for some reason the link doesn't work, just this yeet. Yeah, it actually is. It's just on my Spotify radio. Of course, of course. Yo, on Kuz, you're up. All of the people that are trying to rug pull us in the trenches. We utilize the bulletproof vest and also Meteora liquidity pools to stay safe. Am I the dev of what? Can you give a good amount of soul to use? So, it really depends. I have friends that throw 20 or 30 soul into pools. I usually don't go more than 8 or 10. And I'll even go as low as like 4 at this current state of the portfolio. But if you're starting with like 1 or 1.5, I actually started with 1.5. But if you're starting with those lower amounts, then you can put more of your portfolio at stake. Like, I wouldn't go 50% of my port in any play right now, unless it was like amazing A+ opportunity. But when you're starting early, like, you could risk up to 50%. I wouldn't go above 50% on position. So like, if you have 1 soul, 0.5 each position. If you had like 1.5, 0.5 soul, 0.75, and you can even go lower. Like, if you have really small capital to work with, then you can even go in with like $10, $20 into each range. But keep in mind, the only thing holding you back when you have a smaller account is that when you enter, you have to have at least 0.057 Solana. You get this back when you close your position, but like, if you even try to go bigger range, right, it's going to be 0.09. Sometimes it even goes up to like 0.15. So you think I was in disc? Alright, bet. Let me mod you, div. Wait, yeah, div, you are in it. You're already modded. 8 or 10 damn. Max I go is 4, but I still use Axiom. I mean, no, Vinny. So I'm not like aping in 4 soul. Like, market order on coins is like ballsy for me, for sure. But Meteora, like, I'm spreading it between 90 minus 90% of the token, so that's why I put in more size. You know what I mean? Are you the dev of what? Of Meteora? I'm definitely not the dev of Meteora. I probably wouldn't be streaming right now if I was the dev of Meteora. Is this day trading? Kind of. You can consider it day trading because we get in and out of positions daily. But it's meme coin trading, so the meme coin market, crypto in general, never closes like the traditional stock market. So, but also, yeah, I mean, you can consider it day trading. WTF is coin poker. I don't know. I just saw I saw someone in a different group chat send it today, actually. In my other group chat. This is not mine. This is my friend Razer's group chat. He sent this picture. I don't really know what it means, to be honest. Tone DeFi. I liked it. I don't know. I don't know what coin poker is. Misty LaDonna, everyone welcome. Thank you for joining. It says I'm live, but it didn't make like a post for it, which is kind of weird. So. Damn. The engagement is super dead today, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, Elephant, give me a bounce. Is it gonna bounce while I'm sleeping, not give me an exit, and then come all the way back down? Up on Axiom Pro. I'll use Axiom occasionally, but usually my strategy doesn't really coincide with using Axiom, but I'll use it occasionally. You stream on Twitch too? Yes, I do. My good friend Div hangs out there. It's actually nice because I can see his messages. It's like 2 a.m. bro, talking about engagement. Bro, usually it's popping right now. How long did it take to learn meme coins? I don't know. I've been doing it for quite a long time now. Probably like 2 years. With how much you started. So meme coins used to be way different when I first started. So it was pretty easy to make money when I first started because you could just you could dartboard a lot of stuff, so you could just throw a dart, whatever coin it hits you can buy, it will probably go up. It wasn't that easy, but around June it kind of switched. Started using Meteora, and I started this wallet with 1 Solana, 1.5 Solana actually. We're at 183 now. How'd you learn how to trade? So, I used to trade stocks back in the day. I used to trade penny stocks, and that's really what caught my interest. And I knew about crypto early, but I didn't really, I really never really bought any. I did, but it was for certain activities that weren't trading related, and for some dumb reason I didn't hold any. So I was actually buying Bitcoin occasionally when it was like 300 or 600. But yeah, I got into crypto trading really in 2020. I was trading like SHIB and Doge and all of that stuff. That was my intro to meme coins, kinda. And then 2022, I was still trading mostly stocks back at this time. Then 2022, I acquired a good amount of crypto, like near the bottom, that I still hold today. So that's where I got my first start. And then was trading stocks for a while. I was really like inconsistent with stocks. Like for 1 year, I was really profitable. Forexed the account, started trading options, started trading SPY options, blew up the first account. Did it again, was profitable for about a year. Tried to start like shorting these penny stocks, got destroyed on fees, kind of blew up a few accounts. So I was kind of like spinning my wheels trading stocks for a long time, and then I found meme coins, started cooking for the first 6 months, and then I round tripped like 50% of the portfolio I built up, and then I started doing Meteora with a small amount, and that's where we are now. Do I have a project? Kind of. Honestly, I will shill this because I don't even care anymore. Like, there's no one here, but I do stream on Pump Fun. This is the only token I'll ever have, but obviously not telling you to buy it, but I'm surprised it is low. Like, I think 5.1 market cap is pretty undervalued for how many damn streams I have logged. But that's just the way it is. I am expecting this to eventually pop, but it'll probably be maybe when Solana is stronger, you know what I mean? But today we had a viewer in here. I haven't seen a viewer in the Pump Fun stream in like so long. So what's Meteora? I kind of already went over it, so I'm probably not going to go over again, especially considering that I'm going to try to go to bed probably in a few minutes, so I can. Been waking up a little bit earlier, it feels good. Got up at like 10 a.m. today. Got up at 10 a.m. today, that's early for me, so. What kind of setup do you look for in this strategy, looking at volume or price? So, 70% of using Meteora, basically the thing I said earlier about going like 87% down is like pretty cop and paste on most of these tokens, but what you really have to get good at is choosing good tokens. So yes, volume plays a role, but for example, I'm trying to think of a token that's like really big already. I don't even know, like for example, LPing Pippin would never be a good idea because it's such a high market cap token. There's so many routes for this through other liquidity pools. There's so many people in the current liquidity pool. Like, it's too diluted. It's too big. Even though it's getting 22 million, which is a lot of volume, the pool is not really going to be good risk reward in terms of printing fees. So you want to find early-ish tokens that you see are getting volume and have good surviving power. Like Pigeon Doctor. I know we're looking at Pigeon right now, but Pigeon Doctor was a really, really good LP. Goyim, even though this thing's kind of dead, but like you can see the kind of price action is super, super ideal for what we do, because surviving has a good narrative, right? You want to choose tokens that you think have good survival power, have good narratives. So yes, on Pigeon, for example, like this is very, very ideal. I was actually LPing it like probably back here, and then I think I got this bounce and just got out for like, I think it was 2 soul profit. But if you manage to wait and start LPing it like right here, this would have been super, super heat. Yeah, that would have been really nice. So yeah, basically choose memes that you think are going to be relevant tomorrow is the best case. And if you get fancy, you can play newer pairs, but it gets a little bit harder once you start doing newer pairs. Damn, Sammy was right. It's alright, I probably would not have been trading that anyway. Bro, stream earlier, this shit is so vile. Alright, Div, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna stream midday tomorrow. How much do you make a month with meme coins? Very hard to say. Very hard to say, especially since Soul is at like $80 now. That number is probably skewed. Last month I made like, I mean, not that much. I made like 40 Soul last month, something like that. What's up, Transmutation? Do you only trade meme coins on Solana? I only trade meme coins on Solana. ORCL, like the stock ticker. Div, it's cause I ripped the pen and got fried, and then started doing like other stuff, and I was being really productive, and I just didn't want to stream because it's just so hard. It's so hard to actually do stuff when you stream. I was telling you that earlier. Is Pippin coin good? I'm not really sure why it's running. Obviously, I think this might actually have the highest Solana meme coin market cap right now. Maybe whiff or something. But I don't know. My friend that was in the chat earlier said this is probably a short squeeze because this token is listed on a lot of centralized exchanges, so you can use leverage to trade this coin. Like, for example, on something like Useful, which is super new, you'd never ever be able to short this token because it's not listed on, like I said, centralized exchanges. So what probably happened with Pippin is that a lot of shorts got overzealous here, and then market makers are always going to be looking, not always, but you know, if they see shorts are super like piled on, they're gonna squeeze it, get everyone out. So I think that's probably what happened on this run up, was a nice little short squeeze. But that's really rare that this happens on meme tokens, like I said, because most stuff isn't gonna be listed on centralized exchanges. How many will I touch? Bro, so many people just be scrolling during the day. I know. Big freaks. What's up, Blix? What's up, Blixzy? My friend's name is Blixt on the internet. Yeah, giraffes, bro. I thought giraffes was like not really. I thought this was kind of weird. I thought this volume was sus. Like, this doesn't really look like a normal chart, you know what I mean? The volume is so common. It seems like they have some sort of like market making or volume bot. And that's not always like, this was a good play to be in. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't play it. But I always just get like super hesitant when I see that stuff. You don't understand what a short squeeze is? Oh, sweet. Okay. That's actually so hyped that we can explain that. So, we're gonna go to, what's it called? Excalibur. This was a little fucking image I made for for this presentation I was making today. Believe it or not, guys, I swear I do stuff. Alright, so what is a short squeeze? So traditionally we are going to talk about it in terms of, how do I want to start this? So for example, I'm going to explain why a short squeeze can't happen on newer meme coins because, okay, so a meme coin on Pump Fund, right? You're trading it directly on chain. You're trading it spot. So when you're trading a meme coin spot, you're just buying the token with whatever money you have. So if you have $100 in Sol, you can only buy $100 of the token, right? But on leverage, like in stocks and stuff, because, okay, going back to it. Leverage is when you use, I hope you guys know what leverage is. Leverage is when you use $100, right? And an exchange allows you to amplify your buying power. You borrow money essentially from the exchange or the brokerage, whatever it is, and they allow you to have bigger buying power. Now the issue is if you open a $100, if you have $100 in your account, $100 in margin, and you open a $1,000 position, that means if this token, if whatever asset you're in drops 10%, you are liquidated, right? Because minus 10% of 1,000 is $900. So now your position is worth minus 100. As soon as you hit this point, you lose your entire initial deposit. It's called getting liquidated. Your account essentially goes to zero as soon as this happens. As soon as you reach that max loss, you get liquidated. So leverage is available on most CEXs, centralized exchanges like Coinbase, like Binance, like Mexi. So these are all centralized exchanges. In stocks, usually to have a margin account in stocks allows you to use leverage. Margin account allows you to use leverage, right? A cash account in stocks, which I believe so margin account in stocks, you have to have a 25K minimum in your account. And a cash account is anything less than 25K. So usually in crypto, it's way easier to get access to leverage, but in stocks, obviously, it was more, you had to have more skin in the game to use a margin account. Margin account on stocks and in crypto, margin means you can short an asset. Now, what does shorting mean? What does shorting mean? Shorting is when, for example, let's say, for the sake of an example, let's switch over to stocks. Let's say, what brokerage are you guys familiar with? Like Thinkorswim. So Thinkorswim is a brokerage, and basically you have you have your $30,000 worth of an account on Thinkorswim. So your margin limit is going to be anywhere from like 90K, something like that. That's the amount of margin you can use. Now, when you are shorting an asset, right, let's say Apple, AAPL, let's say Apple is right here, something like this, right? Now, when you are shorting an asset, you are borrowing tokens from the provider. So whether you have an account on Thinkorswim, you can also have an account on like Binance or Coinbase or whatever, Mexi, right? So you can only short, I know I'm like rambling, but you can only short on margin accounts. So when you are doing that, you are borrowing shares of Apple from Thinkorswim, from whatever brokerage or whatever CEX you're on. You're borrowing shares from them, and you are selling them instantly. So Thinkorswim themselves might have 50,000 shares of Apple in their inventory, right? They have to have shares. They have to own shares to allow you to borrow them. If for some reason Thinkorswim owned no Apple stock, then you would not be able to short because they do not have any to lend you. So when you are shorting a token, you are, current price is right here. Obviously you can set up limit orders, but you are, let's say you're going to borrow now. You're going to borrow 100 shares from Thinkorswim. Right, they are lending you 100 shares, and you are now selling them instantly. So let's say current price of Apple is $50. Now you have taken $100 shares, and you've shorted them at $50. So this is going to be a $5,000 short position, right? So you have sold these shares. You are basically negative 100 Apple shares at this point. You're negative 100 Apple shares. You cannot this does not go away. You have to pay these back. So when you are shorting something, you are selling them, right? Your short value is $5,000. Now, no matter what, you cannot make more than $5,000 when you are shorting because you've already sold it here. You were just hoping to rebuy it later down here and pay back the shares that you owe. So that's how shorting works. The danger with shorting is that you can only make what you short. So think about it. The best case scenario is this stock goes to a fraction of a cent, and then I can buy it back for like 1 cent, right? And then I make basically $5,000. So you can see how you can only make what you put in. So that's the thing about shorting. The reason people do it is because things can drop really quickly and really exponentially, and it can be technically easier to some people. Now, why do short squeezes exist, right? Now that we understand, right? Okay, before we move on to that, shorting can be very, very dangerous because your losses are unlimited. Technically, you could get your whole account liquidated, even if you have a $30,000 account. You could technically get liquidated if this stock did a 6x move. So if this stock, right, it's at $50, if it went to $3,000, you get liquidated, right? Because this loss, when it goes up, let's say it goes up 100%, you are already down $5,000. Because think about it. You have sold $5,000 worth of the stock at $50, or what am I saying? You have sold, you've sold $5,000 of the stock at $50. If this stock somehow goes up to $100, then you are down $10,000 because you have to buy that back. Right? You are never out of the water once you open a short position. You are basically expected to buy. You have to buy them back eventually, right? You can't just sell them and never pay the the broker back. So if it goes up, you can see how this can get ugly very quickly, right? Because $50, if it goes to $100, you're down $5,000, right? Because the amount you opened, the amount you sold here was $5,000. And you have to buy these shares back. If you buy back 100 shares at $1,000, that's $10,000 you have to pay to buy these back. So this is all very important because you can understand how a stock at $50 can go up. If it goes to $400, you are literally down like your account value. Do you see how the losses are infinite? So short squeezes happen, right? Because let's say this thing goes up to here, a bunch of people get in here. Imagine this thing has ran like this is what happened with GameStop, for example. So let's say this thing ran from $5 down here all the way up to $100. People are like, oh my gosh, it's so high up. It's so high up. This is such a free short. It's going to go all the way back down to even 50 and we can cover. So think about a bunch of people getting short here. Imagine, 1 million people are getting short here, right? It comes down to here. Awesome. We're making money. Shorts, even more shorts pile in because they're expecting it lower. So you can see how when people open these short positions, when people keep opening them, keep in mind that is a share that has to be bought back eventually. So the more that people come in, the more that the more shares are going to have to be bought eventually. So it's fine if people load in short. That's not to say the stock is going to magically get squeezed, right? People can heavily short this, and when you're shorting it, you're selling, right? You're putting in sell pressure when you're shorting. So that can drive the price down because think about it. Think about someone's buying 50 shares and you're shorting 1,000. You're just going to crush them. You're going to crush them. So this can actually work out, and things can really fade to zero, and shorts can definitely win. But let's say something happens where a bunch of people get sucked into, start opening shorts, and then out of nowhere some catalyst comes in, right? Some buying pressure comes in. if there's a bunch of people shorting it right here, this is already sketching them out. And if you've ever shorted something, you know how scary it is once you see that price start going up, because this thing can snowball very quickly, right? So if something starts happening like this, right, like we saw on, what are we talking about, Pippin, right? Let's say right, a bunch of people are getting short here. They keep shorting into this dip. They're happy, they're happy, they're happy. They're expecting this maybe to crack lower. Buyers step in, right? Maybe people are getting short in this area, and even this spike is enough to spook them because it's not doing what they're thinking anymore. So now, whatever shares they shorted, they have to buy back here, right? And maybe people were getting even more short here, etc. So you can see how it can have a snowball effect, right? Because, right, all these people are short, some buying pressure comes in, more buying pressure comes in. The more this goes higher, the more scared these shorts get. So maybe people are getting scared, they're covering their positions. When they cover their positions, they are bringing in buying power, right? Because even though they sold their tokens already, that means the buy that they're going to pay it back with is going to show up on the tape, right? They are adding in buying pressure here. So you can see how if a ton of people are short here and they leave their positions open, it can just get worse and worse and worse. And especially on GameStop, for example, what was happening was they were just staying in it too long, right? And it kept going up, it kept going up. The more something goes up too, this is an important concept in a short squeeze, is the vanishing of liquidity, right? Liquidity is very, very important when you're shorting. It's very important to keep in mind, because if you're shorting and there's not much sellers here, like think about it. Imagine you were short here. Imagine you're short here and the price is right here, and every sell order in the world, for whatever reason, right? This is not likely to happen, but for whatever reason, all the sell orders right here disappeared. And the price is right here, and you have a massive position. You are going to be buying, like you are going to get filled at terrible, terrible levels. So instead of being able to just get out at current price, if all of the sell orders disappeared, then you would have to get out of your position all the way up here, which can obviously expand your losses very, very intensely. So that is why when short squeezes get really serious, the sell side liquidity disappears and the price gets exponential. So that's why we saw those moves happen on GME, because these funds, whoever was shorting this token, I forget who it was so fucking deep that they couldn't even cover their short position in a day. It took multiple days for them to even get out of their short position because there wasn't enough sellers for them to buy. And if they covered it all, they would have spiked it like 50%. You know what I mean? So that's how kind of liquidity in short squeezes. All right, that isn't what happened with GameStop. This is horrible. Okay, what happened with GameStop? That is literally exactly what happened with GameStop. Please explain it. My lady, my bad. Hi, Hodl, Satoshi. I'll give you a follow back for that. That was literally the best explanation you could have gotten. But whatever. I'm asleep to your stream, twin. Thanks, bro. Of course, still bleeds. Sorry, I was yapping for a while. You should timestamp that. Div, was that not a perfect explanation? How's this guy actually hating? Do you have Discord? Yes, I do. You can join it in the if you look at my bio on Telegram, you should be able to find it, and I will also post the Telegram for you here. I mean, my bio on TikTok has all my links. Honestly, let's go back to the GameStop. Bro, I don't even need, like, he's literally trolling me. I don't understand it till the very end of each part of the picture. Do you have questions, Div? I want to explain it. You smart. Thanks, user. Thanks, user. How long have you been trading meme coins? Probably like 2 years now. Div, I'd be happy to explain any other part of that. Okay, bet. So yeah, basically, just to go back to it, like, it's kind of weird to understand the concept of borrowing tokens, but basically you're not going and asking them to borrow a token, right? Basically, if the token is able to short, it's going to tell you instantly. So you can go to, like, for example, if you're on Thinkorswim or something, you would just go to sell. You go to the sell option. Even if you're not in the position, you would just go to the sell option, type in, okay, 100 shares sell, right? And there's not an agreement, but if they have the token for you to short, or I mean, if they have the stock for you to short, it'll let you do that. If your account is eligible, it will automatically do that. So once you do that, you open the position, you're going to see on your account minus 100 shares, and it's going to be red. And then it's going to show closed position or cover or something like that. And basically it just puts in a buy order on whatever you're using. And that's how you get in and out. So it just works like the opposite. Like shorts always having to come back eventually. Yes. Like they are always, they are in a position where they owe the broker. Because when you buy a stock, right? You're buying it from someone else. You don't really have an obligation to do anything with this, because when you buy the stock, you just have it with you, and it can go to 0, it can go to 1,000,000. It doesn't really matter, right? To convert it to money, obviously you'd have to sell. But when you are shorting, you are literally borrowing the share, and that is always going to last on your track record. Are you talking about the Baron Trump strat? I hope we get a $20 Solana. Please don't put that in the universe. Oh my god. I wonder what Baron Trump is doing at this very moment. Damn, Sammy was right. I'll have to message him. He's gonna be like, told you so. Bro, I need these weak ass hands out of the markets, bro. No. I'm Diamond Hand. I'm gonna be fighting you. You're not gonna get your $20 Solana. How's Mets coin? It's doing about the same as Solana, if that answers your question. I don't blame them though. It's just the way the market is. There's nothing they can do. I think they're doing most things right. I don't think they're not like dumping it here or anything. So Pigeon good? I don't know. The only reason I didn't touch it was because of Pigeon Doctor. It was almost like a vamp. I think it's probably higher than this one now, but I really like this token, which is why I was kind of hesitant to play this one. But it doesn't really look bad for my strategy. I gave kind of an example on it earlier. It doesn't really look bad, honestly. No, it's actually getting good volume and everything. I wouldn't buy it up here per se, but like I said with the Meteor strategy, entering a liquidity pool, useful looks good here. Oh my gosh. You just missed the whole shorting explanation, Joe. I just yapped for a minute. Is Thinkorswim similar to TradingView? TradingView is a broker that you use. So like, I mean, excuse me. Thinkorswim is a broker you use, and they have their own charting software. Maybe TradingView has their own brokerage. I'm not really sure. It's a little bit different though. It's a little bit different. All right, Young, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I got it. Bro, all of you guys are so young. I gotta email my professor in the morning. If I don't sleep now, I won't wake. Oh my gosh. I'm literally about to go to bed right now, so I wish you luck. Alright, yeah, Vinny's heading out. I think I'm heading out. Alright, Div, I promise we're gonna have a day stream tomorrow. I promise. Peace, Vin. Peace, Vin. Good luck with everything. I'll send the telegram, and I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys make calls. Div's like, damn it. I gotta go to bed though. I'll be more likely to stream if I go to bed right now. Thank you for the follows, guys. All right.